Alright, tonight we are making scallops in a stainless steel pan. The reason we are doing that is because I've had a couple people tell me that they have trouble making scallops in a stainless steel pan. So there's a little popping going on because I just rinsed out my pan and wiped it out and apparently didn't get it completely dry. So we're heating up a little bit of olive oil. We have our store-bought discounted scallops that I dried as best I could and seasoned them with a little salt and pepper. We have some butter we're going to add to the pan here in a second. But the very first step is you got to make sure you get yourself a nice full drink, because this could take upwards of 5 minutes and you may get parched in the meantime, which, by the way, needed a little drink there. So when your oil starts to shimmer a tad, we're gonna put in our butter, which I probably should not have put on the spatula like that, but there we go. May add a bit more. I don't know, I don't want them too brown. So you give it a little stir. And I'm doing this one-handed because, well, I only have two. But if any of you guys have a third hand or decide to do this without holding a phone, just going to set these suckers in here, wound by wound. I season these very lightly because I'm making them for my lovely fiance, and she said she just wanted the natural taste of the scallops. So I know I can squeeze these in here. I probably shouldn't, but they won't cool the pan down too much, so I'm going to. And oh, pardon me. You sit there and look at them for a couple minutes. I have my pan on medium low because the gas stove and it heats pretty efficiently, and I did pre-warm my pan, which is also a pretty decent stainless steel pan. So yeah. Make sure our butter and oil is all nicely coating things. See, they're sticking here now. It's what they're supposed to do. And when they're ready to flip, they will not stick. So I may edit this, I may just leave it go, because I know I just put them in and it's like 3 minutes into the video, but I can't imagine these taking more than 2 minutes per side. I may even have them a bit high, but I think unless you overcook them or get them like burnt. And if you have some really thick scallops, you can put a lid on. I would maybe even do that, but because these had a lot of moisture in them, I don't know if they were the ones that they pump water into, or if it's just because they thawed and set in their juice for so long. But you want to dry them out. I patted them with paper towels for a couple minutes because they have plenty of juice in them, and they're going to cook better if they're dry before you put them in the pan. And you can usually see, probably not on here because I got crappy light, but you can let them get as much of a brown as you want. I maybe should have them on a little bit higher heat, but they release very easily after just a minute, minute and a half. I might even turn the heat up a tad, I don't know. But I guess rather than putting two videos together, I'll make one longer one and maybe cut it down some. But just want to make sure your pan's heating evenly. You can always give it a 90-degree turn here and there. But one nice thing about cooking while making a video that you're holding the phone in your hand is I can see the timer on there, and I know we put these in about 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and we're almost to 6 minutes, so I don't think my pan was quite as hot as I would like it. I want a little color on these. Not a whole lot. That's probably you can't see it on the video, but they're cooked about, I don't know, a quarter to a third of the way up. And if they are sticking still, you just give them a little wiggle. If they're anywhere close, they'll easily release. Yeah, these don't have quite as much color as I would like, but I'm more concerned about not overcooking them than I am getting them the color, because Lisa really doesn't care. She likes them steamed, sauteed, baked, broiled, whatever. So it's gonna be, I don't know, another a minute and a half, 2 minutes on this side, and then we'll be dead. So perhaps I should grab a plate. I've been working on garlic that I should have had planted a few months ago, but I did not. So we got us a plate. Oh, and they smell and taste yummy. Yeah, I always just give them a feel when they start to firm up. You know, maybe twice of what they were raw. I think they're pretty much dead, but just for the sake of stuff, I'm going to get me a little thermometer. Yeah, see, we're at about 130 degrees. It was still climbing, so probably should have had my pan a little hotter to get some color on these, but I'll give them another few seconds. And I'll give them a toss. Perhaps even a little flambe. Just so everything's coated nicely. Oop. I dropped that sucker. And I think if you're doing something different with them, yeah, you may want to, bake them or broil them or steam them. But if you're having them alongside a steak, or in this case, leftover steak from last night, and pretty much by themselves, I think that's pretty good right there. And like I said, the texture, maybe twice as firm as what they were to start with. And that's it. And from start to finish, And looks like just over 10 minutes. That's with me screwing around. We got perfectly done, beautiful scallops. Thank you for stopping by.